Good morning, students. It's me, Miss Sanya, and today we are back with another lesson. As you all know, that we have completed energy resources in the previous lecture. So today we are taking a start with energy crisis in Pakistan. We have already discussed about renewable resources, non-renewable resources, and what are the classification of these resources. We have discussed each and everything in detail. But today we will discuss about that what are the problems which are created by these resources and how can we overcome all of these problems. So before moving forward, hurry up, grab your notebook along with pencil and pen and start noting the important pointers. And yes, you are already familiar with the other guidelines. Well, there were multiple questions which were included in the past papers from this SLO, so I will emphasize more on this content. Now, moving forward, SLO number 5.2.3 suggests ways to encounter energy crisis in Pakistan. According to this question, it has been asked that you have to suggest ways. Encounter means you have to suggest ways that how can you stop or how can you minimize the energy crisis in Pakistan on individual level. It means as a citizen of Pakistan according to government efforts, that what government efforts is being put into this to change the situation, and the alternative energy resources, or as an alternate, which energy resource you can utilize to change the situation or to better the situation of the government. So, energy crisis in Pakistan. But before moving forward, you should know the meaning of energy crisis, because if you don't know the meaning, then automatically you cannot move further, right? An energy crisis is any great bottleneck in the supply of energy resources to an economy. Energy crisis is somehow a great bottleneck. It means something on a very great scale, a grand scale, in the supply of energy. Whenever we are talking about supply of energy resources, then in that regard it is a bottleneck to any economy, for any economy. It usually refers to the shortage of oil or other natural resources. Energy crisis means that it is basically a shortage of oil or a shortage of any other natural resource. Energy crisis may be referred to as an oil crisis. You can refer energy crisis as an oil crisis or petroleum crisis, energy shortage, electricity shortage, or electricity crisis. If I say energy crisis or petroleum crisis, it means the same. Or if I say energy shortage or electricity shortage or electricity supply, then also it's the same. All right, coming towards individual efforts, point number one, use energy efficient products. Well, it is very important that you're utilizing those efficient products which will give you a longer result as compared to a shorter one. Reduce the use of resources and utilize them only in time of need. You should utilize the resources only in time of needs. Don't waste the resources, such as, for example, if you're sitting in a room, then only turn on the light. If you're going out of the room, by if somebody is calling you and you're just leaving the room for some purpose, then kindly turn off the light and then move forward. This is how you can utilize only in time of need. Save electricity by switching off extra fans and lights. Well, if you will switch off extra fans and lights, then definitely it will help you in the billing system as well. We should grow more trees, because if we are growing more trees, then automatically it is positive for the ozone layer. It is also positive if you're spreading greenery, then automatically you can actually save yourself in times of summer, because in times of summer dehydration expands on a larger scale. People are suffering due to dehydration, but where there is vegetation, where there are greenery, then automatically the suffering is lesser in amount as compared to the other aspects. Then coming towards the next one, give funds to the government for making dams. It is very important. If you're giving funds to the government, then automatically your country can prospers on a larger scale. Now coming towards the government efforts, developing and installing biogas, solar, wind, and micro hydro based projects. Well, it is important, because if you're introducing these projects, then definitely your country can go towards development and progress, and automatically you can achieve your targets in a limited time. Initiate agreements for mega projects with the energy extensive countries for sustainable energy resources. You should sign the projects with the other countries for the extensive energy resources. It means for a large amount of resources which are sustainable. It means that which can be utilized till a long period of time. Exploration of more oil, gas, and and coal reserves. You should explore more into your country, that how and where can you get all of these things over there. All right. By using advanced technology, try to save renewable resources. You should utilize advanced technologies, because if you're utilizing them, then automatically you can save renewable resources. Coming towards the next part, the preservation and conservation of non renewable resources. You should preserve them, and you should also conserve the non renewable resources to eliminate the danger. If you're preserving and reserving, preserve and reserve means that you're storing a stock somewhere, then automatically it will less the chances of danger. The non productive use and wastage of power resources must be checked strictly. You should check the non productive and the wastage of power resources. If you're strictly checking them, then automatically it will help you to finalize a conclusion. The marketing of power resources to be done, you should also market your products or the power resources in a way which will avoid non productive use. If you are marketing the power resources, then automatically in this way you're avoiding non productive uses. The protection of the environment by enforcing the structure. If you're enforcing the structure, then you're protecting your environment. Then the other efforts are public awareness campaigns should be there. You should aware the public about through media about that how energy resources should be utilized. Transformation of existing system to renewable energy resources. For that purpose, you should also utilize the existing system to transform. It means to spread. Government should have strict check on energy indicators on regular basis to counter such crises. And further, if you're keeping check and balance on weekly basis also, then or daily basis also, then also you can eliminate the chances of crisis in future. Faulty and damaged transmission lines should be replaced on an emergency basis to avoid losses in electricity. Well, when I'm talking about this term, then this term really is proven in basically the monsoon season, right? So first, if you just find somewhere that the lines are faulty, then hurry up and replace it to avoid further damage. Now coming towards the alternative energy resources. First, energy alternate means that, for example, if another energy resources is not available, then you should utilize this energy resource as an alternate. Solar power. The energy of sunlight is known as the solar power. Solar power is used in several ways. One way to collect it in solar cells, it can power small cars. It can power your house, it can power each and every equipment if you're utilizing solar power. And in today's world, there are multiple countries as well as villages which are utilizing solar power. But when I'm talking about solar power panels, then automatically it is something expensive, not cheap. So what exactly people are doing, especially the people of village areas, they are making their own solar power thing by themselves, so that it can be utilized just to switch on one light or just to switch on the basic needs. Now coming towards the wind power. Wind is a renewable resource. It can never deplete. It means it can never end up, okay, because it is a renewable resource and it can be utilized again and again. It is environment friendly, unlike fossil fuels. Like fossil fuels, it is environment friendly. Wind energy has advantage that it can be utilized independently. Wind energy has this advantage that independently you can utilize this resource and deploy it locally. It means deployed means that you can share, or you can just import or export it locally as well. And in several remote areas of Pakistan, remote means the village areas where access is less, and where access is not that much easier as compared to the other areas. Other important uses of alternative energy resources are to develop more in renewable resources. You should develop more renewable resources. You should install solar plants. Wind turbines should be installed to generate electricity to help with the help of water. And to, if you're installing turbines, then it is helping the coastal areas to generate electricity. Now the assignment for today is question number 1. Suggest ways to encounter energy crisis in Pakistan according to individual efforts. government efforts, alternative energy resources. So you have to suggest ways. Make sure whenever you are submitting your assignment, kindly reread your assignment to eliminate the spelling mistakes, because everything is told to you pretty much clear. Still, a few people are having any sort of questions, so definitely you can ask me on KP under my instructions, which are posted over there. And we will return back with another presentation for all of you. I hope this presentation turned out to be something important and informative. Till then, take care, barakallah, and Allah.